Howdy everybody, welcome to another video of the PageSpeed channel. Today we're going to be discussing another common question which I often get asked by new clients coming aboard because they've been confused by their previous SEO agencies or they've been misled about mobile speed and everything. And that question is, how do I make my website faster? Now, making your website faster, believe it or not, is a prerequisite. It is definitely important. It accounts for your visibility. It accounts for how much traffic your site receives from organic and AI. All right, AI overviews look for mobile speed, mobile friendliness. The user experience is highly regarded, and you must be on point with these metrics when it comes to website speed. There's a lot of clients we get that aren't willing to make the change. This is half the problem, guys, when it comes to new clients. We get a lot of clients who want to come on board, but they're not willing to make changes to their hosting. They're not willing to make changes to the websites. And that really defeats the purpose of any SEO efforts, because we don't like to tell our clients, yes, we can still help and we can still get you started, regardless of the fact that you don't want to make changes so you can improve your speed or improve your user experience. But somehow the clients miraculously expect results 3 months, 2 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months down the track, depending on what industry or niche they're involved in. Now, we're pretty brutal when it comes to this mobile speed issue with websites and clients that don't want to actually make adjustments. We're not somebody who says we can help you rank even though you don't want to improve your speed, the speed of your site, or improve the user experience, because the client doesn't want to pay for the additional resources that it takes to make this happen. So we just tell clients nicely and politely, there is nothing we can do for you if you don't wish to actually make these changes. And if you are somebody who's watching this video right now and you don't wish to use an SEO agency or anything like that, and you want to do this, the best advice I can give you is that you optimize your website for speed. Okay, speed matters, especially with mobile. Mobile friendliness matters. You know, how your website aligns inside a small mobile window, the tablet or a laptop, whatever. If it's mobile, it must be readable, it must be easy to navigate, and it must load really quickly. Okay, if you get these wrong, your site takes too long to load, or it registers really fast bounce backs because, you know, users can't read your content, they can't look at your text, they can't look at your images, or it takes too long to load. They're going to bounce, and when they bounce, Google is going to pick up on this. And if people land on your website and they go boom, then 3 seconds, boom, they bounce off, that's going to negatively impact your rankings, not just in the organics, but also in AI overviews. All right. Now, there's a couple of ways out of this. If you're a WordPress user, you're in luck. If you're not a WordPress user, you know, who you deal with in terms of your hosting provider has a lot to do with it. We're going to touch on these, all right, in terms of being WordPress and hosting providers, so you get some understanding of where you need to fix this up. All right. Now, for the WordPress owners, if you happen to own a WordPress website and it seems to be slow, needs to be laggy, okay, there are two major factors that will be probably slowing it down, okay, depending on your website, what niche you're in. If you're in e-commerce, you will have big problems with this if you're not on top of it, if you're in e-commerce especially. But the two primary objectives that I generally find outside of hosting, not including hosting, all right, is that one, you may have too many plugins. Two, you'll have a lot of images, whether they're stock photos or whether they're images that you've uploaded yourself. They have not been compressed. Your header images could be too large. The contentful paint could be too large. It takes too long to load. We ourselves had 3 separate slider images on our own PageSpeed site, and we removed them. All right. I had enough of trying to fix these things up, so I just removed them, put one image, compressed it and everything, and boom, you know, the site started loading within reason, fast enough for me anyway. I'm not, you know, too focused more on my side. I'm more concerned about my customer sites. But if you're a WordPress owner, all right, there are 2 plugins you need to get without playing around and wasting around with coding and everything else. All right, just do this and you'll find that you should have vast improvements. All right, now I'm not going to get into the details of how these WordPress plugins work. It just make the video too long. Just you can actually get help from these providers, the plugin providers, that can actually guide you on how to do this and help you set it up. All right, now the first excuse me, first plugin is WordPress Rocket. All right, this WordPress Rocket works really well. Okay, don't get the paid version. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's only a paid version that's available. Anything you go for free, you're going to get limited access, limited features, and you're not going to be able to actually speed your website up as much as you'd like. Okay, especially if you've got an e-commerce site and has a lot of images. All right, you just pay the fee, get it done and dusted for the 12 months, and therefore your site is not hindered with load speeds and mobile friendliness and everything else. But WordPress Rocket is one that we use. Okay, and the other one is Short Pixel. Okay, this is an excellent plugin. Okay, we've been using it, and it actually loads up really quick. Not the cheapest plugin, okay, but it does the job really well. It'll compress all your images and it'll speed your site load speeds up drastically. Okay, it's an excellent plugin, but like I said, not cheap. If you have these 2 for WordPress alone, all right, just WordPress Rocket and Short Pixel, all right, download them on your site. Okay, play around with them, look at some YouTube videos, go ask for direct assistance. They're relatively easy to set up. All right, they're not really hard. I don't have the time to go into them. All right, you need to. There are some things you need to do. You need to play around with them in order to learn yourself, so you know how to do these. Once you go into them, you learn how to do them, and they're relatively easy to follow. They're not too difficult. We didn't really ask for any guidance in this even when we set it up for my own site, all my client sites. I just did the basics and boom, it just worked. Download these, get the settings done, and you should find you're okay. Now, the best way to check whether your site's working once these are downloaded is to go to PageSpeed Insights. All right, this is for one of our clients in Rockhampton. All right, this is a detailing business in Rockhampton. This is their site score. Now, I'm not one to tell anybody, oh, you must get 100%. Okay, 100% would be ideal. Okay, but it doesn't have to be 100%. As long as you're in the greens for the overall performance, all right, you should find you'll be okay. Now, that's for the detailing provider. This is for GT Metrics, okay? This is for the detailing provider using GT Metrics. We use 2, okay? I like to use PageSpeed Insights and I like to use GT Metrics. Now, GT Metrics has a grading from A to E, okay? This site scored 100% on A, not 80% on B or C or D or F. I mean, you can land on D and have 100%. It doesn't really mean that it's really good because you're on D, okay? You're too low on the scale. As long as you don't start going lower than B, okay, you're pretty much okay, all right? But this particular site, after we added all the plugins, plus they got a good hosting provider, okay, guys? They've got a good hosting provider. Once we add all the plugins, got the necessary hosting that the site requires, he's just cleaned it. All right, he's gone straight to A with 100% performance and 99% structure. Everything in the greens, total blocking time, that's important. Large content paint, that's important. Cumulative layout shift, that's everything basically encompassed, right, to do with layouts and everything. And it loads up basically on the point. All right, that's what you need to do. All right, so you need to download WordPress Rocket, Short Pixel, okay. And then once you've got it all set up, go to PageSpeed Insights, which is this one, and GT Metrics, okay? This is a hobby site, okay? This one scored a B. Still good, 83%, 97%. Could be a little bit better on the 1.9%. that's actually my own hobby site. It's not a client site, it's my own hobby site, right? Which is that one there. I like RC cars, so I'm into this sort of thing, and I've built a quick website, slapped it together, and got it done. Now, when you talk about speed and mobile access for users to get onto your website really quickly, and how it boosts rankings and how it boosts AI, or AI overviews for you to be featured in it, mobile matters. I said this earlier in the video, okay? Mobile matters. To give you some example, I type in who tunes RC Nitro engines in me, okay? We got the, well, there's the domain there, okay, in the organic. There it is again. And there's the AI overview, Spartan RC, and it comes up with a link, okay? Now, when you look at this, it's basically just a normal hobby site of mine, okay? And it's not even really updated for AI, okay? The site hasn't been updated, but because it's registering fairly well on site speed loads and everything, it's ranking fairly well, okay? So this is what you really ultimately need to do. And then you look at the other site. Who is the best ceramic coating expert for cars in Rockhampton? Now notice, guys, these are question answers, okay? Because that site loaded up really fast, like it got A, all right? This is proof, all right? This is proof that this stuff works, okay? It's not, I'm not making it up. There's the evidence right in front of you, all right? Now we got B for the hobby site, and it's appearing in AI, okay? We got, there it is, okay, the AI overview. Then we got this one here, right, which is the detailing business. All right, Top Shelf Detailing is frequently cited as a leading ceramic coating. He's listed there, and he's got ceramic coating. He has Top Shelf right there as well, all right? And he's not even in position 1 for the organics, he's in position 2, but that's still good, right? But he's not, you don't have to be in position 1 to be able to register in A1, in AI overviews, okay? As long as your site is trustworthy, it shows experience, authority, and trust, and can load quickly, guys. Load quickly. Mobile, iPad, or tablets. That's more important than desktop. Get your mobile speeds down pat, all right? And as long as everything else is in place with that AI desires, you'll rocket to the top. Okay, and I mean, I'll just show you guys as well. The RC site isn't even updated, but because it's loading fairly quick, and it's a trusted website, AI loves it. It consumes it, right? And it shoots it straight to the top. Now, you look at plugins. Let me just move this across. There's WordPress Rocket in our SEO site. Okay. Where's and there's Short Pixel. Okay, we use it, right? We use it. We don't just talk about stuff. We use it. All right. Now, for the guys that don't have WordPress and can't download these plugins, you're obviously using Squarespace or Wix or Drupal or something else, okay, that doesn't have adaptable plugins. Now, we don't specifically deal with anything else but WordPress. We've got developers that actually work with non-WordPress platforms, but I mostly work with WordPress myself, okay? Now, if you have a website that doesn't deal with WordPress and it's on a non-WordPress platform, you're really going to need a hosting provider that actually delivers on your speed. All right, now we use SiteGround, okay, and believe it or not, Namecheap offers pretty fast hosting as well. Okay, now whether it's SiteGround or Namecheap, try and find a hosting provider, one that provides cloud hosting, CDN, static, dynamic hosting as well. All right, it's a CDN network that loads really fast, cached. All right, cached pages that actually load on the fly. All right. Now, we've had clients in the past that have come along. They have not wanted to change their hosting providers, and it doesn't work. You can do all you like with a website. Okay, it's in terms of on-site SEO, off-page SEO, AI, improving SEO for AI overviews or AI cards, and you're going to find that if it loads very slow, it's not going to deliver the oomph that you want it to deliver in terms of your ranking ability, your exposure, and at the end of the game, it's all about exposure. And if you're not getting the exposure you need, the phone doesn't ring. Okay, now we understand that businesses, clients, they want what they want, but the truth of SEO is that if clients aren't willing to make adjustments or listen to their agency or the SEO specialist and what adjustments need to be made because they don't want to be paying for the resources, then there's no point continuing on with an SEO specialist or an agency that's not going to get you there, because it's not going to happen if you don't have the resources, and it's just a waste of money. So if you're actually using a non-WordPress platform, you have to get the necessary hosting to help you rank, okay, or to help you load really fast. Make sure it's mobile friendly and everything. Now, I'm pretty sure Squarespace, Wix, and all those other platforms deliver to some degree on mobile friendly. So it would be impossible they didn't. That's not something that's not adapted by anybody these days. But your hosting provider matters, okay? What hosting provider you have is going to have a lot to do with that, and always take up the best possible hosting. Don't go on shared networks and shared servers they don't deliver. They're only good for blogs and things and websites that don't require loads of traffic, but just they're used for resources in terms of information, whatever. But when it's your own site, you need it to load fast. Make sure you have the best possible hosting. This applies not just to non-WordPress owners, but also WordPress owners. Always have the best possible hosting. It matters. So remember, guys, WordPress Rocket for WordPress, Short Pixel for WordPress. I'm not sure if you can get Short Pixel for non-WordPress platform. Maybe you can. I'm pretty sure you probably can. But check it out. Use PageSpeed Insights, GT metrics. Once you've applied all this, and you should find that if you got it set up correctly, especially with your Short Pixel and your WordPress, and you've got your hosting down pat, the quality of your hosting down pat, and you got your WordPress Rocket and your Short Pixel in place, if your content, your is everything on point with your website, this will add a big boost to your exposure and your ranking on organics and AI overviews. All right, guys, any questions, hit us up, subscribe so we can update you on the next possible video when it comes out. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. Drop us a contact on the contact page. It's in the description, or call us or comment, and we'll get back to you ASAP. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.